Welcome back. We are continuing our adventures in this Mega Man block with Mega Man X2, coming to us from the Mega Man X line of the franchise, famous for its noun animal bosses, among other things. Fantastic graphics, fantastic music, great story all along. And with us today, we've got StahlbolzenSC2 running Mega Man X2. It's going to be a heck of a run. Looks like it's 100% category, which is going to be impressive with the timeline that's been given. And on commentary, we've got Joshi. Apologize if I mispronounced that.
That is fine. Welcome, everyone. Last day, game over, cancel. We are hyped for this amazing category. 100% the only true category for Mega Man X2. Stahlbolzen, our amazing runner, are you hyped?
Yes, I am. Are you?
Yes. Always, my friend,
Nice.
always to be here, to have this amazing crowd, and to show amazing games. So, Mr. Stahlbolzen, are you ready to go into the start select screen so we can pick this run off?
I guess so. So you see the run now, right? Let's
Yes.
check the screen share is working. Nice.
Yeah,
Screen
it's
share
looking good.
is working perfectly. I will count you down from 3, 2, 1, and go with the 3, 2, 1, start. Good luck to you. So, this game this game starts now.
The intro's just started when I wanted to start.
So, several months after we defeated Sigma, we are with our best friend, Green Biker. Oh, well, he is no more. We are alone on our way to kill the remaining Sigma forces, and we dash our way through the enemy base. Funny enough, we start nowadays without the armor, but with the dash boots, because Mega Man thought himself, slow moving, that is not my jam. Intro stage, as usual, pretty much straightforward. We kill some small enemies and go our way to the big ones, because as we know from Mega Man X, the bigger they are, the easier they fall. Pretty straightforward. And this guy is pretty big, as you can see, with this health bar, you can see he falls pretty easy. 5 shots in total, very well done. No biggie here. So before going into the classic 8 Maverick stage select, we will have a little cutscene and a little foreshadowing, because this game has the subtitle versus the X Hunters, and those 3 secret silhouettes are those X Hunters who are out to kill us.
Who can
But
they
not
be?
yet. Who can they be? We don't
Mr.
know.
X?
But not yet, though.
From Mega Man 6 is Mr. X.
Who knows? But not yet. They will come into play. For now, we will go into the wire sponge stage, find our first little heart upgrade in the wall up there. 100% obviously meaning we collect all 8 heart pieces, all 4 sub tanks, all 4 upgrades, the secret upgrade, and very well done. And we complete the game with the 3 0 parts we get from the additional bosses. Those 3 0 parts will come in handy later, but for now, Stahlbolzen is rushing through the stage. No biggie so far. We have, once again, a very cool stage-dependent system. In this stage, for example, we have a weather system where the specific parts of the stage are, I think it's randomized, that they are either influenced by sun or by rain. And what we most of the time want is the rain. And now we're going to the first boss of the fight. This boss is a bit RMG dependent. Let's see the pattern Stahlbolzen can get to make this fight fast or not that fast. So this is the pattern we want, especially for the later part of the fight. We now shoot him down to, I think it's about to 1/3 of his health. And then perfect pattern for Stahlbolzen. With this pattern, let's see. Yeah, still working out perfectly.
Nice.
Very, very nice. With this pattern, we dodge out on the so-called rage mode, rage attacks, desperation attacks, whatever the bosses can have in this game. Sponge has a lightning strike attack that loses like, what is it? 9 seconds or so?
Roundabout.
Kind of annoying. Kind of annoying, but if he climbs up the wall, we completely dodge that. Now we go to the second boss stage, the Gator. Once again, a very RNG dependent fight if you do not know the perfect pattern to fight him. StahlbolzenSC luckily does know that, so we shall be in for a treat here. Shaky on the
knockback
tank.
is RNG. That can be difficult to adjust to, but overall, yeah. If you do everything the same way, it should be no problem.
So we have the first capsule upgrade here, which
best
is the best one by far, possibly the best Buster upgrade there is in any Super Nintendo Mega Man X game. The Buster upgrade lets us shoot not 1 but 2 charged shots from now on, with the additional benefit that if the first one hits, the iframes for the second one are, I think, completely gone. So we can pump in like 2 charge shots at one. Pretty amazing Buster upgrade. So now we go into the mech. The mechs, once again, lying around here and there. I don't know who forget them. Like, who always lets their mechs on the street? I have no clue. Like, I want one of those too. Nice little heart collect with the iframes from that cannon guy. And now we are passing through, using iframes again. Perfectly done. Climbing up the tower on the inside of the tank, going further up, only to go back down. Very, very cool stage in my opinion. One of the coolest stages in the casual speedrun, in the casual run, not speedrun of course. And now we're going to the boss fight. Let's see if StahlbolzenSC can hit the perfect pattern. He can like stun lock him in an infinite cycle. Let's see if he can manage to do that. One. Ooh, that looks good. Very well done. Nice.
The first
Very
one
nice.
was tricky. When he doesn't get a knockback, you have to adjust your position. But,
so what happens here, StahlbolzenSC always has a few frames before the boss goes down into the mud, but if he perfectly chains his chains, he can avoid that and keep the boss on top of the screen. Now once again the X-Hunters have had enough. They decide to step into action, and Dr. Kane, who once back then found us and activated us, tells us some stories. This is actually the last time and the only time in a game we see Dr. Kane, isn't it? Or do we see him? No, we see him in X3 as well.
3.
Yeah, true. True, we see him in X3 as well.
He just mystically disappears in X4, even though it says that he founded the Repli Force, as far as I know. But I think you don't see him anymore then. I mean, he's another guy.
Yeah. From now on, we have 3 additional mini-bosses roaming around the map, and in several stages. Like, usually it's kind of random. Since we're in the speedrun, we abuse the pattern, how they spawn, and adjust our route to that. So we always have the same 3 stages where those mini bosses spawn, and the first one is in this stage. Easy heart pick up there, and the subtech earlier as well. Now on the way to the first of the bosses. Let's call him Sergis, but you will pretty easily see who this might be in reality. Who might that be? I think it's Dr. Cossacks, right? Yes.
It has to be.
So, StahlbolzenSC here. So we have the opportunity here to keep him stun locked on the ground, which is what we're trying to do. Because if he goes up and frisbees around, as you guys can see, that creates a lot of lag. But StahlbolzenSC here is doing pretty well. Only 2 flips. Only
That's
2
fine.
flips. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. I remember me having, I think, 7 flips last time I played this game. It all can happen. So now we're
once you lose
climbing
the
up.
rhythm, it can be tough to get back.
Then it's pretty much over. Now climbing up the volcano. Very well done.
Ouch.
Little fire spin tail in
Ding-dong.
our face.
Klopf, klopf. Shout out to Berlin, dude.
And now we go to the boss of the stage, the Flame Stagger. So let us see. He likes to climb up the walls. StahlbolzenSC with a little Wild West shootout here. He is always climbing up the walls. Going up and going down. What we do here is we wait on the bottom most of the time, just to try to mash in some dash lemons. Dash lemons, known from Mega Man X1, still work in this game, meaning if you dash forward and then shoot a lemon, the first lemon on the screen will do double damage, which is 2 damage, and this obviously equals a middle charge shot, so this is the fastest method if we do not have the weakness to kill a boss. Very well done, good fight here. And that's number 3 with one of the sub. So as you guys can see, they roam around, 3 bosses left and 2 are only returning. So now, the next boss, the Ostrich. One of the coolest stages because the longest part of the stage is a crazy bike ride, which is a cool adjustment and a cool added feature to the game. We now also have the Speed Burner, the charged weapon of Flamestack, one of the coolest movement techs in the game. So we're using the chain and the Speed Burner for additional movements. So as we can see now, we have the cool bike. Let's see if we can get the jump. Well done. We need the bike in order to collect this very heart, because the heart is intended to be collected that way. There is a backup strategy, but StahlbolzenSC didn't need it. Ooh, and wonderfully
crash the
jumped
bike.
off. But this bike crash is good.
Yeah, that's intended.
Yeah.
Usually
very
you don't
well
even
done.
use the bike so far, you just jump off way earlier. But
Yeah, but StahlbolzenSC watched the newest episode of Knight Rider yesterday, so he needed to use the card there. That is fine.
now I need to concentrate on my mash. Give me a second.
Yeah, let's see if StahlbolzenSC can mash the rocket.
Oh god! My hands!
And look at
No,
that
my hands!
beautiful mash.
Oh.
Look at the beautiful mash from StahlbolzenSC. Very well done. I think
a
that was
Taz.
round about 627 lemons per second.
Yes. So fast.
That is a scripted cutscene where we mash down the rocket. And now we go to the boss fight. As we can see, we do not have the weakness here, so we pump in some dash lemons here as well. Whenever he crawls into the cam, we can, for a very brief time, not hit him. But no problem. This looks like a very good fight so far. Very well done.
Take this!
Fight. Good fight and good stage. So now we have half of the Mavericks done already.
But it won't get easier.
Definitely not. This speedrun is kind of unforgiving because you can have a very good run early and mid-game and stuff, but every single stage has one weird way to screw your run over, so you do not have a real downtime in this run. Which is kind of annoying, but that's how it is. Next is the water level, obligatory water level. We all love and hate, but mostly hate the water levels, I'd say. So, first of all, we see a mini-boss, a submarine that we will dispose of very easily. Well done. Dashing to the heart capsule here, to the heart tank. Well collected. The chat says Mega Man X5 song. I don't know if you can call it the Mega Man X5 song when this game was there before. So here we collect the sub-tank, which is lying around just like that. We go up to this would be the normal path, but since one of the X-Hunters spawned in this stage, we need to go into this boss fight room to fight, what was his name? Violin. Was it Violin or? That guy is named Violin, I think.
He dodged my neon.
So we once again try to bump in some dash lemons, which is pretty annoying here because he jumps around a lot and throws around his Morning Star, which does a ton of damage.
Dude, stop jumping!
That is very
wow.
Wow, he's only
It's like Rigo slides in X1 on dives. Jesus, how many jumps?
So he jumped so much.
I mean, better than getting smashed by the maze thing there,
yeah,
but still, I mean, we want to go fast, right? So
that is true. Violin here being a troll, but StahlbolzenSC said not today and defeated him nevertheless. Now we go to the Bubbly Krapulos.
He's a real jerk of this game.
Yes, he is one of the, like, where in X1 the real boss is Launch Octopus, here it is Mr. Krapulos. But with a I see the well-placed charge wheels.
I was scared
in the corner
because of my health. Wants to play it safe.
But that all worked out. So we finished the bubble level of the game. Now to proceed to Mr. Piccolo. If you ask yourself why we call him Mr. Piccolo, you will see as soon as the boss fight starts and he gives us the according RNG. But until then, we call him Centipede. Remember this stage, because this stage is pretty important, because we will see it again. Now we're infiltrating the stage with Mega Man, fast, going up here, collect the first item, which is the heart tank. This stage, the gimmick of this stage is the stage tries to smash us with blocks. Kind of annoying, but as you guys can see, no problem for StahlbolzenSC dodging everything with grace, going up for the second E-tank. Second or third E-tank? Third E-tank, I think. Or is it already the last? I didn't count. Mini-boss, the big sword. Casually, it can be very annoying because it can, like, reflect your pellets, but if we kill it fast enough, there will be no chance for it to reflect pellets. Dodging all the security lights, dashing through this part. Funny gimmick, if you get caught by the security lights, the rocks will drop faster, and you've seen like the scanner thing. If that scanner thing catches you, it will analyze access data, and this boss gets an upgrade, a power boost each time you get caught. But like this, he's bare bones, he does nothing, so we pass him. Very well done. This stage so far. This last block can be very tricky in the casual playthrough. This one is so unforgiving. Like you think like, oh, I've done it, and then the blocks come and crush it over. And now we're at the boss. Let's see. It's giving us the finger already. Trying to absorb us. Jumping once again. We're waiting for a very specific pattern here. Let us see if we can get it.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Yeah, you should be careful now.
Okay, whatever.
Alright, so now we do the normal fight. We waited for a very specific pattern in order to trigger an infinite cycle where we can just blast him all the time. Because when we hit him, he can teleport away like this. And the teleport A creates a lot of lag. Ooh, and now we showed off the little gimmick of the boss fight. We cannot charge our Buster Shots anymore now.
No, he
This
does
is the
that. Come on.
This, by the way, is the pattern we waited for. So
is-
Centipede has the gimmick that if we
Reset.
are in his tail and we do not mash out fast enough, he will always take away one power of X. The first power, I think, is the charge shot. The second one is the air dash. The third is the dash, and so on. So you basically get back weaker and weaker the more he absorbs you. Funny little note.
What a douchebag. His final attack was the one I wanted the whole fight.
Yeah.
Man.
Man.
Oh man.
Alright, now we go to the snail.
I mean, Centipede is a reason why a lot of runners do a reset there. For a reason.
For good reason. So now, let's see. Behind this big cliff, the heart tank is hidden, but well done by StahlbolzenSC with a nice manipulation of the dash and the hover ability of the right armor. And now we will see the dash, the flame burner, the dash burner, what's it called? Speed burner. We will see the speed burner to its perfect extent because A, we use it to dash a lot faster, B, we just pass the trigger point for the mini boss, which would take forever, and C, as you can see, we use it to great speed extent. Next upgrade, one of the most useless upgrades ever, the head upgrade.
Bicycle head.
Where in X1 it gave us the ability to break certain blocks, in X2 it gives us this scan. And the scan shows us some secrets in some levels. It is kind of tricky because some of the secrets, if you do not know where they are hidden in ridiculous spots. We have to be honest, I think. But since we do know them, for us, the head upgrade does exactly nothing. So now the snail boss coming up. Let's see if StahlbolzenSC can hit him and kill him in the fixed pattern, in the scripted one. Let's see. This looks good so far. Wonderful. Perfectly done. Because this works because whenever he is out of his shell, which we can do with his weakness, he will always try to get back into his shell, and his movement, depending on where the shell is located, that is why Stahl pushed it away one time. Ooh, and he got an actual gold in this stage.
Thank God we
Very
turned
well
off the sounds.
So StahlbolzenSC got an actual gold split in this stage. Very well done. So his movement there is predetermined, and that is why we manipulated the shell to be in the exact spots. Last Maverick now is Moth. We going up for the heart tank here. And this is one of the ridiculous upgrade spots I talked about. If you don't know that, you will never know it. We gotta be honest. Or do you guys walk around with the helmet and be like, I scan every single room? I don't think so. I do not think so. So now we have the first Giga attack of the series with the armor, and the armor, of course, gives us half damage for the rest of the run. Climbing up and going into a mini boss. And no problem here. So now we will see the third of the X-Hunters, who is a very nice nod to one of the bosses from X1.
He's actually
called
the easiest
Agile.
one.
Yeah, but actually it's like super obvious that this one is a copy of Jedi Sigma, I feel like. Definitely took his inspiration there.
No, we just
So we won
this corner here.
So he's literally doing nothing here. And with that, we defeated all 3 of the mini-bosses. Pretty important for the 100% route, because every mini-boss drops us one of the 0 parts. We have the control chip for 0 stored in the X-Hunter, in the lab. Dr. Kane has it. And for whatever reason, Sigma collected the body parts of 0, so
What?
we got
He's
them
dead.
back.
Sigma's
What?
dead. Sigma's
Oh
dead.
yeah, Sigma's dead. Someone collected the body
Mr.
parts.
X.
Yeah, Mr. X collected them. And wants to rebuild 0 for himself. But now they can't do it because we number 1 have the control part, the control chip, and number 2 have the part. So now, last of the bosses. A cocoon. Cocoons are obviously weak to fire, so we dashed through them. So this is all the cocoon does. He dashes around and gives us a hard time. Ooh. He dashes around, gives us a hard time. This is now very intense, because even though we have the armor, Moth can deal a lot of damage, but no problem for the Bolzen. Easily disposed of.
We have a body armor now, but no, this boss fight, if you bonk him, he's like, no, bruh. He's a
Yeah,
grave.
that is like, I think it's like 6 damage.
I think without the armor and with it, it's still 5 or so.
Yeah, with armor it's still 6, and I think without armor
Or
it's
something
7.
like that. It's
Yeah,
very
it's
high.
definitely insane damage.
Way too high.
Yeah. So now Dr. Kane tells us, oh, we've located the Sigma forces, blah 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 blah. By the way, I can recreate 0. Give me some time.
We have the technology. We can rebuild it.
And now we
By
are
your name.
going. Oh yeah, Berlin Dude just confirmed it's 6 and 5 damage. And now we go into the X-Hunter fortresses, because it's not Sigma yet.
Very good.
Very cool.
Music here.
Yeah, definitely one of the
It's
greatest
go time
music.
now.
Now the stages are pretty technical, pretty short, like short burst stages, but very cool, very high amount of action. As we can see, like those X-Hunters, they understood X is coming, so we throw everything we have at him. That is pretty smart. So, go. Very nice, very well done. Climbing up here. Killing the last of the Crusher guys, very well done. Oh. Ah, no one saw that. Charging up the weapon, the weakness for the first boss fight here. And I can already tell you guys, we've already seen this guy. But this time, we have the upper hand. Because this time we have his weakness. Oh no, it's Violan!
But he has a new trick. He can make blocks in the air. Wow.
He can now make...
But he can jump even more. Wow, cool.
He jumps so much!
Jumpy.
But what we do is just staying in the corner, staying still, and let the bubbles do its work. Easy boss fight, good stage, very well done.
Can we have a jump counter for this one, please?
I think it was like 11 now.
I mean, in this fight, it doesn't really matter. But
Yeah. In the last one, it did matter. So now, Counter Hunter Stage 2. Still one of the greatest songs ever. This stage, once again, very short, but has one really cool trick. Let's see if StahlbolzenSC can nail it. One of the 2 elevator skips we have in Mega Man X on the Super Nintendo series. First part, very good.
no!
So close! We tried here. What we tried here is to skip one of the cycles for the elevator to go up, If StahlbolzenSC had gotten it, he could have skipped, I think it's around 20 seconds. Yeah, it's around 20 seconds for the platform to go up and come down. But nevertheless, still a very cool and very fast-paced stage, except for that one part. And now we will see the X-Hunters once again, which is Dr. Cossacks, Mr. X, yeah. So he is sitting behind his very big machinery, and I do not know which Mega Man boss before this liked to sit behind machinery, but let's just say Dr. Wily would be proud of this guy. So StahlbolzenSC now killing him with his weakness. He tried to go for double hits there. Didn't work out so much, so we go back to the safe strat, standing on the bottom and just Dr. Robotnik. Fair enough. That does count. Alright, so now we defeated him. I think in the original he's like he's giving us a little hint here that we're actually talking about a reincarnation of Dr. Wily, but I am not sure. I've never really understood that.
He talks about Zero that he in a way he knows stuff he couldn't.
Yeah, he knows the input behind that is that this reincarnation of Dr. Wily, which was never confirmed, does know things about Zero. He can create Zero, he can build him, and he talks about it was his last of his creations or the Doctor's creations or so, and no one could ever know that. So we now are in Counter Hunter 3, which is the first stage with a very dark tone music compared to before, and number 2, with the special gimmick of the game, because as we've already seen, every Mega Man X game on the Super Nintendo has one special gimmick, and this gimmick here we will see in a bit. Very well done so far, past the stages. Now with the neon, oh, very close. But with the neon, when he went up there and used the fast route. He's the last of the Doctor's Blair. Yeah, he's the last of the Doctor's creation and stuff. And in the real timeline, no. The real timeline always is the 100% time. we wanna let's make sure of that. So now we got the Shoryuken, because Capcom really likes his stuff and his franchises. In X1 we had the Hadoken, and in X2 we got the Shoryuken. Input is the same. This is very important to note because the input is so abysmally bad that if we miss it in this run, that is definitely on purpose and is not because the input is very hard to hit or so.
Shout out to cutscene iframes, by the way. Now
so
the spikes are no deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you can see, the Shoryuken is the one-hit kill move of the game. Compared to the X1 Hadoken, it does not deal 32 damage to kill everything on the spot, but it kills 16 damage on first contact and 8 damage every consecutive frame after that. So we need to hit the boss at least 2 additional frames in order to do 32 damage. Alright, we now go into the refight section. And the refight section here is kind of rough because we obviously, very nice done, very well done, because we obviously want to kill every boss with the Shoryuken, but some bosses do not let us do that. They try to avoid the Shoryukens as much as possibly they can, so we have to do some extra steps in order to bait them into appropriate move patterns. See, this is what I meant with the contact damage, for example. We did 16 and then another 16, but boss number 2, very, very well done. This is what he gets for showing us the finger, right?
Yes.
So, number 3. we're going to... This is Snail, right? Yes, we're going to the Snail. Snail, for example, one of the bosses who does not let us shore you just like that. So we have to prepare a bit. Let's see if StahlbolzenSC can show us something cool.
No! RNG, please.
This is what can happen.
Ah,
Alright,
sorry.
very cool. No problem. StahlbolzenSC here. No problem. StahlbolzenSC here. We had to hit him because he can hide in his shell, and whenever he hides in his shell, we cannot hit him. So this is what I meant with we need to prepare some bosses in order to hit them. On the other hand, there are easy bosses like Ostrich, who gives us a meow in our face and regrets it in an instant.
Whee!
Righty. 4 down, 4 to go.
Well, Snail didn't work out the trick, but maybe we can
We could show maybe we
something
can
else
show
later.
one more.
Let me up.
And now StahlbolzenSC is trying to get an extra bosses percent. You mean on real percent. So now let's see. StahlbolzenSC again with the quicker. Just looking very good. Very dicey. Perfectly executed. This, for example, is a boss that you cannot shore you right away, because when the boss fight starts, you will always go down into the mud. So that is why StahlbolzenSC decided to go for the chain quick. I think it's 3 to go. StahlbolzenSC collecting some health drops, because even if it looks good now, one bonk does eliminate everything so far, because you can only use the shore you can. Oh, let's see. Oh, and this is what we're talking about. One simple bonk always eliminates the shore you can option, because you need to have full health in order to do that. But no problem, the sub tank was there. StahlbolzenSC tried to dash under the chain and do a quick shore you can, but that unfortunately didn't work.
Yeah, very tough to pull off, and unfortunately he gave me the worst starting pattern in this fight.
Yeah.
Can happen.
This, on the other hand, is one of the bosses that 100% always need to shore use, because the health is capped for the cocoon and for the moth. But no problem for StahlbolzenSC. The moth comes down, the shore goes up. And now we only have one more boss to go, which is... I forgot. Who didn't we kill yet?
Crab.
Crab. Wobbly Krabulos. Let's see.
He can also be a real jerk.
Yeah, he control us very much as well. Let's see. And oh yeah, he's already trolling a lot.
Wait.
Alright.
Nope.
And now we got him. Nice. So this boss is very trolly, because he can like either jump into our face, or he can like get up a shield, or do. He has so many attacks. So he decided to be a jerk. Then he got shore use.
I use up my
And now,
feet, but
and this would be this would be the plot hole. The plot hitting in our face. Haha, I've been there all along, I'm alive. And we're like, oh no, it's Sigma. And now we're going back to this beautiful stage, and we'll face off with Sigma. Trying to keep full health for a very cool skip we will potentially see in a bit.
Doing some marathon safety strats here.
Yeah, in order. Very safe, being crushed.
Yeah, I want some energy in my sub tank, so to maybe show something off here.
So let us see. Oh, that should be good. Let's see. The collection here obviously is for us to get some health in the sub tank, so we can try to check.
No!
And we missed the skip
No!
entirely. And we missed it entirely. So we see here a black 0. This is the one they build up because they do not have the parts anymore and the control chip. But since we got it, the real 0 is coming down here and saves the day. Sigma goes away and he opens up the gate to Sigma. What Stahlbolzen tried to do is jumping into the room, inputting a Shoryuken, and then standing on the spot where 0 opened up a hole. So we would have had a skip enabled that would have eased up this fight. But now let's see if Stahlbolzen can still hit the Shoryuken here for Sigma. Ah! Claw number 1 hit us. Claw number 2 didn't. Nicely done. Got the Shoryu on Sigma. So that is a very tricky Shoryuken. When you see Stahlbolzen hitting a lemon into Sigma, that is obviously because he wants the lemon hit, not because he didn't hit the Shoryuken input. And now time is coming up on the second Shoryu, like when he's not moving. Time is now.
Right.
And that is it. GG Stahlbolzen, 2 Shoryukens into Virus Sigma. And that is that. Very well done, GG.
Give him another one for good measure. Maybe he won't come back in the next one. GG indeed. And once again, showing a trend for these runs today, you have crushed your estimate. Fantastic job on that.
Yeah, it was a very good start, and yeah, well, the late game.
It was
Some
a good run.
small problems, but overall sub 40. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I couldn't show off the last glitch, which would have been like really cool to see. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we wanted to show off the top 10 anime betrayal, but yeah. But that's fine.
Yeah, totally fine.
That
yeah.
has been a fantastic, blazingly fast run of Mega Man X2. Up next, we do have Mega Man X3, so it'll directly follow the events of this one, certainly. And we have got Geo lined up, we've got O Trials, we've got Satchmo chomping at the bit. That'll be a few minutes from now yet, but more Mega Man goodness is coming.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for having me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the marathon.